I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think. Believe, yes, I believe. You say, I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2i TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2i TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2i TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out with Oscar Bimpong show. And today we have a special program that is the Step Out SME Focus. And the Step Out SME Focus is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. And today we are going to talk to one of what I call one of the companies that is emerging strongly on the African continent. And they are doing exceptionally well in terms of mobile money and remittance. But before I go on our guest for today, I'm going to do a few mentions for our sponsors for this program. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy, your business training and consulting firm. It's for all your business training, that is business startup, business development, and also to help you strategically position yourself in the marketplace. Also, this program is sponsored by P&K Personnel, your #1 agency for hiring healthcare assistants and nurses based in the UK. ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. And also Zeepay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. They recently launched their Zeepay, that's their mobile money USSD code for the Ghanaian market, and that is *270#. They call it the Freedom. Just register, is free with any network and be part of the Freedom family that Zeepay is bringing onto the market. It's been an exciting experience so far with Zeepay because they are really bringing a difference to the marketplace and also providing an exceptional service to their clients. Also, this program is sponsored by Kudu Business Support, That is your web or graphic design, app development, and also for all your social media management. Now, today I have got the Chief Commercial Officer of Zeepay Ghana Limited. She is our guest for tonight, and she is going to talk about Remittance. Who is this person that I'm really talking about? I have known her for so many years, and she's been with Zeepay for quite a long time, so she understands the in and out of the business. And tonight she is with us, and she is in the person of Dede Quarshie, aka Afripa Equia. Please welcome to the SME Focus, that is the Step Out SME Focus, and you are live on T2i TV.
Thank you, Oscar. Thank you. Good evening to you. Good evening to your listeners and viewers alike.
Good evening, and I think you really had a very hectic day, isn't it? Because you guys are really doing a lot this season.
It is well.
Wow. So how's your day been like?
It's hectic, as you said. That cannot be doubted, and but also very fruitful. There's one thing being hectic without success, but it's exciting when you're able to overcome your challenges. At least get your to-do list out of the way and be able to do some more. So it's exciting. At Zeepay, it's always one challenge or another you have to overcome. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Now, tell me about Dede Quarshie that probably somebody is watching you for the first time. Who is Dede Quarshie in your own words?
I'm not sure which one you want me to say.
Maybe about business, a bit of personal, whichever way you want to go.
Dede is, I'll start with the very soft side. I'm a fun-loving person. As you, like I said to you, but yeah, I'm a fun-loving person, very open-minded. I love challenges. I love being in an environment that is innovative, and that's how come I myself today. I'm an ex-banker with almost a decade of banking experience on my shoulders. I've done retail banking, corporate banking, SME, the works. That has been my journey so far, career-wise. I'm a mother, and I won't tell you how many I have. Yes, and yeah, I'm very family-oriented. At Zeepay, I'm the Chief Commercial Officer. What that means is everything product innovation, sales, after sales service and support, everything, all of that sits under me. So it's quite a Herculean task, I must say. But yes, we get by every day.
Wow. That is quick and brief. Now, today we are going to talk about Remittance. That is Zeepay disrupting the African market via Remittance. And that is the anchor of Zeepay. Now, before we really delve into it, how long have you been with Zeepay?
I've been with Zeepay for over 3 years now.
Okay.
My journey with Zeepay has been exciting. Like I said before, I used to be in the banking sector. I worked with, I managed portfolios such as manufacturing, FMCG. I did a lot of real estate. The last portfolio that I managed was actually real estate. I've done a number of projects in Ghana. I could mention them, but for good reasons, I won't.
Wow.
So, yeah, of course, customer confidentiality is also important.
Exactly.
But yes, a lot of major projects in Ghana, we participated, and so we played a major role. And so after a while, I was quite bored with that side of my life. And I wanted to move on. I wanted to do something more exciting, something more challenging, something where, it won't be as autonomous as I was doing before, being able to apply my brains and being able to learn more things. And I stumbled across Zeepay, And I thought to myself, this must be exciting. This must be interesting. I spoke to God. I asked him, and here I am here today.
Wow. Wow. Now, what is remittance to an ordinary person that is listening to us? What is remittance?
Well, simply put, remittance is really just the transfer of money. So even if I manage to send money to my friend right here in Ghana, I have performed a remittance transaction. But in recent times, remittance has become more associated or affiliated with international transfer of funds. So that the banks for a long time were doing remittances. Of course, you would hardly find, because of the banking sector, the way it had evolved or the way it was set up, it was very localized. And so you wouldn't find, or you would hardly find people trying to transfer money from one bank account to another bank account or to another friend's bank account within the same region or within the same country. That was not a common thing because you remember as children, your mother would spend the whole day going to the bank because it's a bank day, you know. So it wasn't a common thing. The most common phenomenon, which was associated or affiliated with people trying to do business across territories or across corridors, is what brought on the incidence of remittances as we know it today. So you'd find people having to send money across the continents and across countries. And so they employ the use of banks. And so banks set up a remittance department specifically for that. And at that point, came all the other associated benefits and all the other associated works with remittances. So really, remittances has come to be known, has come to stay, to be defined
Wow.
as the transfer of funds from another corridor overseas, specifically.
What makes Zeepay remittance very different from others?
I'm not sure how to answer that question, but Zeepay remittance, first of all, is not a bank remittance. It is a digital remittance. Zeepay is a fintech. Maybe I should start by describing Zeepay as a company. Zeepay is a fintech. A fintech is a financial technology firm that financial technology, let me define that also as the ability of one to apply technology to render financial services. So what we do is we develop and build technology that enables existing financial firms or we ourselves or anybody to transact financial services or transact financially. What that means is that DP is able to develop products for remittances. So if we say we do remittances, what we are doing is we are facilitating or we are assisting or we are enabling people to transfer monies as we know it as remittances, but through a digital platform or with digital support.
So, but yours is particularly your technology is based on sending remittance to a phone, right? Not
Well,
to any other digital platform. Like, can you explain that a little bit?
okay. So yes, you said one, but being a fintech, there's so many things you can do. These days, there are even rich tech companies. Now, being a fintech at Zeepay, what we do, what we specialize in, like I said before, is developing platforms to facilitate transfer of money. And the platforms enable you to transfer the funds onto several rails. One of them would be your bank account. Another would be your mobile phone if you had a mobile wallet. Another would be even a cash backed via token, something we call a token. It's almost like a code that you pick and you use that to redeem your funds. What we primarily would be transferring digitally is what is known as electronic money. So Zeepay will pick up an electronic money, which we call an asset. So that's a digital asset. So yes, it is money, but it has been translated digitally, and then we will transfer that to several rails. And the rails could be anything. The rails could be anything that holds money. It could be your Visa card, it could be your wallet on your phone, it could be your bank account indeed. It could even be a code, that sits on even your, for instance, to make a wild guess, for instance, your complimentary card,
Mhm.
or a tag of some sort. All of those things, anything that can hold money, really, we can terminate into. So the thing about Zeepay is that we are able to transfer money,
Mm.
like I said, digitally. But because of the kinds of rails that we've successfully built, we're able to transfer money across rails, across currencies. What I mean by currencies is corridors.
Mm.
So even if you're in Ghana, you can still send money beyond, the country. If you are in any other part of Africa, you can still send money into Ghana, and we are able to facilitate that.
There is one question that probably I think sometimes I find it difficult. So, for example, if I'm living in London and I want to send money to an African country, do you operate in all the African countries, or it has to be the countries that you operate?
No, so like I said, we support any company that is able to send money across the globe, essentially. So as long as we're supporting that company, the company's reach is our reach. In
Okay.
some cases, also we have our own reach. Don't forget that also, that we also have our own reach. So we have direct connections into different countries. We have our own licensing into over 30 countries in Africa. And so that makes us able to now transfer funds into all these countries in Africa.
Okay. Wow, that really sounds interesting. So it means that, for example, if MoneyGram is your partner and MoneyGram covers about 150 countries across the globe, those countries also automatically becomes your corridors of operation, right?
Exactly. We, for instance, for example, MoneyGram to push their monies or your transfers into all those countries. Before, MoneyGram would not use a digital rail. They would really just use their traditional forms of sending money,
Mm.
right? Which means that they'll post money here, post money locally, and then send a wire or an instruction, and then the funds will be available. And then at that point, they'll call you and say, you have money with the bank, come and collect it, or you have money with our shop, come and collect it. But what we are saying is, we give you the ability to receive it anyhow you want to receive it. So you're not restricted, you're not inconvenienced. You don't have to now leave your office 2 kilometers away, stop your business, shut down, and then just to go and pick $200 that your brother has sent you that you desperately need to take care of grandma. You see, we are making it possible for you to receive it anywhere at any time, the way you want it. You choose how you want it, what time you want to take your money, and how you want to take the money, and even how you want to spend it thereafter. So you receive the $200 and you probably want to, buy a few things, do a few grocery shopping, or you want to further use the money to pay your grandmother's bills through another digital channel that's sitting at the hospital. So it reduces the use of cash, and then it reduces the inconvenience really that's caused people every day when you have to shut down your shop and get up and go and pick up money. Those days are long gone, and it's about time that Africa realizes that those days are long gone. It's time that Africa also embraces technology. It's time that Africa also embraces and sees and acknowledges the benefits of technology.
Yes, because I remember when I was in Ghana and the money was sent through me, and I went there and they said I don't have the right ID. I have to go back, get the right ID.
Yeah.
And they say my other passport I'm holding is not qualified. It was so much complicated.
Yeah.
So you want to tell me Zeepay is about convenience, right?
Exactly. You hit the nail right on the head.
Wow. Wow. But there is one thing about Zeepay. Zeepay have got so many partners. Why so many partners?
I know a lot of people ask those questions, or that particular question. But really, it's because if you, Oscar, let me ask you this. If you needed to maybe buy a car, right? And you're not sure, right? You want variety, don't you? So you
Yeah.
want to be able to choose, isn't it? Now, who would you go to? Would you go to a dealership that has just one type of car, or you go to a dealership that has different types of cars?
So a dealership with different types of cars, isn't it?
Of course, because there you can get the support, you can get that assistance, you can even get advice because over there they know the different types of cars. Whereas if I went to a Toyota garage, they only know about Toyota. They can't help me much to make a decision and an informed decision for that matter. Now, if you create what it is that place is a car supermarket, right? Where they sell cars of different types, different shapes, different colors, all of that. Now, when you have a platform and you open it up to the world, you've created a marketplace for people. So one person has a need for the platform or for the technology, but then they have a need that goes beyond the technology. You don't want them to come for just the technology and then go somewhere else for a market. You want them to come to you and it's a one-stop shop. You see, it's everything in one. So when they came to you, for instance, if MoneyGram came to me, I have different partners. The partner
Yeah, but that is technology, and Zeepay is running a technological drive in terms of remittance and mobile money. How can people be assured?
I think that one way of assuring Ghanaians is, and even people beyond the shores of the country, is the fact that the regulator himself has issued us a license. For me, that is the most comforting thing, and that's the most assurance that I would give. The other thing I would say, I mean, think about it. We are the first on the market to be licensed. There must be a reason. There must be a good reason. There were players before us. There were players, I'm sure, bigger than us. And not to put any pun on it, but I'm sure that the Central Bank of Ghana is doing a good job and continues to do a good job. The governor and all the governors, and the two deputies, and the central bank as a whole. And so they've done a lot of assessment and analysis of the company. As you are aware, a lot of other companies are yet to be issued with their license, but I'm sure there must be a good reason. They have seen something good that we are doing. And I know for a fact that our systems are secure, our platforms are safe, our security is high on the platforms. One would probably ask how safe or how secure is my money, but our platforms are safe. Everything is very transparent. You see everything that you push through us, and so we run a very, very transparent and very, very clean platform. You wouldn't have any doubt if you got on our platform because everything is there for you to see. And if you had any doubt, you had an easy source of redress. You can easily call us, even in the middle of the night. You can easily reach us by phone, by email, and as after sales support staff are always on hand and are very, very responsive, highly responsive, and they will give you every response to your query or concern in a very timely manner and very speedily also. And so for me, that's the assurance that I can give to Ghanaians. You don't want a service that is just there and it's able to um, help you meet your needs, but you also want a service that if you had an issue, you'll still be able to go back to them and say, hey, I've sent money and I have a problem. What is the issue? Can you tell me what's going on? And they will carry you along and you'll be very, very excited. That's the assurance that I'll give to people watching.
But what have been your experience so far being in the remittance business? Is it for 5 years, 6 years, or whatever it is? Has been the experience like in terms of security and in terms of service delivery?
Okay, so that's a tough question, but it's not so tough in the sense that security in the remittance industry, in some cases, or in 50% of the cases, have been highly compromised. But we all know, we all hear of chargeback issues on our Visa cards. I'm sure that at least 2 in 10, or 1 in 10 at least, would have experienced some issue on their bank account or their Visa cards. And it's really because of, it all boils down to a lack of transparency and a lack of that willingness even for the bank to give support, and it's not been very exciting for some as far as banking has been concerned, and as far as financial transactions have been concerned. It's been quite murky. But as far as remittances and technology has been concerned, what technology actually brings to remittances is transparency. From beginning to end, you can see everything from one place. You see, if I punch in a button, if I punch in, say, a reference ID or even a name, everything pops up. Everything shows me how many Kweku Menses have done a transaction ever before. Do you understand? Then I can begin to probe and then say, of course, not everything will be visible to everyone. There are levels of accessibility, but all of that boils down to regulation. So regulator also has an act that prescribes who can have access to what. And so you can easily probe transactions. And if you have a problem, it's easy to probe it and it's easy to investigate. Whereas in the past, everything was paper, was down to paper. So if I have archives, even if I have an archive place that kept all my files, that place when the place gets burnt down, what do you do? If you have a problem that spanned, say, 3 weeks ago, and you go there and they say, oh, our papers, you know how Africa is. The flood has taken the papers away. What do you do? There's no trace that you ever did a transaction there. Everything is gone. But the regulator requires that you have backups. There are protocols to be observed. That said, the companies are required to observe these protocols. And so that's why I keep saying that the central bank knows what it's doing. And so definitely they have assessed us and they're sure that we're doing the right thing. And so that is the basis on which they would have given us a license. But moving away from that, I would emphasize again that financial or technological transactions are the best you can go. They're digital. You can easily see what has happened from beginning to end. Cash is faceless. You can't see who has received the cash. If I do a transfer to, for instance, a certain bank account called Adra Mansa, and Adra Mansa, the Adra Mansa or the supposed Adra Mansa on the account writes a check to his brother, and the brother goes to the bank to withdraw the money. It's a legitimate transaction, is it not? But at that point, who is the Kojo Mensa that Adra Mansa sent? Do you understand? Nobody sees that person. Nobody knows that person because that person invariably will not input any details at that point in time because the transaction was sanctioned by the account owner. The transaction was authorized by the account owner, and the money has been issued, and it is fully legitimized. But who took the cash in their hands? You and I don't know. And apart from that, once the cash ends up in somebody's hands, it could go anywhere else. I could step out of the door, somebody snatches it, and it's gone. We do not know who is using the money. So that's the danger with cash. It is faceless. But as far as digital currencies or electronic money is concerned, you know who picked up the money. It is all there. Everything is there from beginning to end. So if I had an issue, for instance, and you say, I didn't pick up the money, we've had instances where people will tell us they did not go for the money, but because they forget that it's digital and so it can be traced. We go in, we trace it, and it is there. You picked up the money on Wednesday at 2:45 at this branch. Do you understand? Everything is there. And so the evidence is there for you to see. In the same vein, if you had a problem, you could indeed investigate and find out what has gone on.
That's really powerful. Now I want you to tell me which countries across the globe can send money to another country? Because I think sometimes people are confused. If I'm living in London, can I send money to somebody in Cameroon? I know this is a bit of a complex, but I want you to summarize it as best as you can. If I'm living in, for example, in Germany, can I send somebody to somebody in Ghana? I think I preferably would like to call it the host country to the recipient country. How does it really work? Because some people think, can I send money from, let's say, Iraq to Ghana? Can I send money from Nigeria to Ghana? I think it's a bit complicated, and sometimes I see people asking some of these questions. What is your take on
Okay.
that?
So I'll try to simplify my answer for you as much as possible. Now, remittances as we know it, right? Like I said in the beginning, it's defined as transferring money internationally, right? What that means, the implication therefore is I can send money to anybody, anywhere, and I can receive money from anybody, anywhere. Now, what technology brings to the table is there were corridors that we all knew of. So as we were growing up, or even if you look at history, you have certain corridors where travelers, traders, you understand, maneuvered. So those corridors or those routes will be trade routes. And so those trade routes were predominantly the remittance routes. Okay, so you'd have Germany, Ghana corridor is one, right? You have the Asians, you have Saudi, you would also have, even within Africa, you would have the Europe. Now, today, several remittance companies are able to transfer within continents and across continents.
Okay.
Within continents would be, for instance, if I picked Africa, do you know today that South Africa lifts the highest number of transactions today into Ghana?
Wow.
Exactly, but this is within continent, is it not? One would always think or imagine that transfers coming into Ghana are from Europe, for instance, alone, or from the Americas alone. But no. So within continent has high traffic, and indeed, transactions within that move within Africa, you'd be surprised to know that form the highest number of remittances across the world. And then you have from Europe to Africa, because of course, investors, because of the level of imports that you have, okay, happening in Africa. And then you also have within Europe, which is also very high. Then you go beyond Europe, you go into the Asias. Asia into Europe is also very high. And these high transactions are all factors or functions of what happened in the past. We had a lot of migration in the past. We still have migrants. People move out of their countries to seek greener pastures, as we know it, you see. And so people have to send money back home to fend for family members that they have left behind. Because indeed, that is what they went out there to do. They went out there to seek greener pastures, to better the lives of the family members, you see, not just for themselves, but for themselves and their family, their dependents. And so definitely they would always send money home. And regardless of wherever they find themselves, there will be a need to send money home. And once there's a need to send money home, Zeepay is there to support and to serve that need.
And that is the gap in the market that Zeepay has really found, isn't it? Just to
Exactly.
Yes. And you know, there is a huge market share in this remittance business. Now, a lot of businesses are coming into the market. Now, when you look at even Ghana, our GDP, 7.3% of our GDP comes from remittance.
Yeah.
And that's a very huge market for us for every company to operate. But the market is also getting very competitive. How do you think Zeepay can really stand out in the marketplace and still have a fair market share?
Oscar, now you're asking me to tell your viewers my secrets.
Okay, just a bit of it.
Okay. Well, for me, I think that continuing to support, we see ourselves as a backup or a support to traditional money transfer operators. So yes, money transfer operators, they should continue doing what they do. We would lend our support. We would help them with the technology that they don't have the time to go and build. They don't have the resources to go and build that. But Zeepay has taken the trouble, to build the resources, and it's as efficient as you can think of, and we continue to better that efficiency or to improve that efficiency. And so for me, as far as Zeepay is concerned, that is how we can stay in business. Identifying high remittance corridors, identifying companies that need our support to send transfers beyond their shores, and being able to support them with a wider variety of distribution, a wider variety of. Hello, Oscar, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
with
there.
a wider variety of distribution in terms of pickup locations, distribution in terms of the holding rails for these funds, you understand, and continuing to grow, really. Everybody is looking for how to enter into a new market. So as long as there's a market to be entered into, Zeepay will make sure that it is there,
Wow.
that Zeepay is there and Zeepay has the ability to enter into that market or to terminate into that market. And for me, I believe that will be the key to keeping or to staying competitive in the market.
I think there is a question from Fred Triyabua, and he says, "Does Zeepay do direct transfer to Ghanaian bank accounts?
Absolutely, yes, we do.
How? How does it work? If you can explain a little bit for them
Oh,
too."
okay, so if you wanted to do that, for instance, we mentioned before our partners. So you can find any of our partners, MoneyGram, Small World. If you're in the UK, Fred, for instance, you can go to Small World, any Small World. Small World is quite common. MoneyGram is also common at the post offices, I know, and I think that now they are also trying to open in the Tesco's. And so, in fact, if you went to a Tesco today, you would find MoneyGram and you find Zeepay and Direct. That immediately tells you that you have direct access to your bank account. So if you had a savings account in Ghana, for instance, you don't now have to depend on a brother to send them money before they can transfer it. They can do a deposit to your bank account. You just have to go straight to the till, send your money, and select Zeepay and select bank account. And automatically, your money is in your bank account. You have an SMS alert if you have that functionality on your bank account. And you see that indeed the transaction is smooth.
Wow. So can they also do it online without going to maybe a vendor?
Yes, so you can also go online. Small World is online, MoneyGram is online. That's just mentioning a few of our partners. But there are several of our partners out there for good reasons. I don't want to mention them, but MoneyTrans is one of them. Yeah, you can find them and then do your transaction with them. But I can bet you that the moment you found a money transfer operator, for instance, I mentioned, I forgot to mention Ria, but at the moment you find a money transfer operator, Zeepay would be supporting them, and you'll find Zeepay, then you'll be able to do your transaction easily, conveniently, and smoothly.
Now I want you to really give some practical steps in terms of, if I go to your website and I find a partner and I want to send money via them to my bank account, to my mobile wallet, what are some of the practical steps that probably I will see on the screen when it is online? I will see on the screen for my money to be remitted into my bank account or mobile wallet.
Okay. So nothing has changed much. But what matters most is getting the account number right and getting the or mobile money account number. So mobile money phone number has to be right. The account number has to be right. But you also have to choose the mode of receipt, i.e., how you want to receive the money. So, for instance, if I went to MoneyGram online or Small World online, I have to select, for instance, that I want to try. Once I've inputted my personal details, because it will ask for your personal details. It would ask for your name, your address, your phone number, wherever you are, right? And then you put in the amount you want to send. And it would also tell you what conversion rate it is using for that period in time. And then you would have to indicate how you want the money to be sent. If you want it to be sent to your bank account, you need to indicate or select bank. If you select bank, then it will ask you for your bank account number. You have to input the right account number, and then it will probably ask you for a phone number for the beneficiary in Ghana or in whichever corridor you want to send to, Cameroon, Guinea, whatever, Nigeria. You input that number, and then it will now give you like a receipt, a chit. So this is the process or procedure follows the same procedure that you are used to when you're sending money to people from MoneyGram or Small World or RIA or any of these partners. It's the same process, nothing changes. The only thing you need to do is to ensure this time you're looking to put in a bank account number. So key. Or if you want to do a mobile money transaction, you need to ensure that you are looking to put in a mobile money number. So you put in a phone number, beneficiary's phone number, and you have to also ensure that that beneficiary you've been calling, the phone number actually has a wallet. Otherwise, the transaction will not go through, because if it does not have a wallet, it will not go through.
So what of
But as the person has a wallet, the transaction will go through.
yeah? So what of if the sender mistakenly maybe put a wrong bank account or a wrong mobile wallet, and it goes into the wrong person?
Okay.
What are some
So
of
I'm
the
very happy.
intermediaries?
Yeah, I'm very happy because it's a very, very important point. Now, what will happen is, as long as the moment you find out that you've made a mistake, you have our phone numbers, you have our website. Quickly get on our website and just communicate to us that this is what has happened. Provide every detail about the transaction you did. Please provide the wrong account number and the expected correct account number. Provide a phone number that we can reach you on, and we would immediately pick it up online, would reach out to you, and we will do a reversal. We will initiate a reversal process for you. What happens at that point is the bank will be notified that this transaction was to this number, but indeed the person made a mistake and has sent it to a wrong number. At that point, the bank will initiate, they'll probably even call you and tell you that has been brought to their notice and they are working on it. The wrong beneficiary will also be contacted. Now, what Zeepay does, which is very good, is when people decide to circumvent or use monies that do not belong to them, we take them through an arbitration process. We take them through a prosecution process, because indeed we believe it is a criminal offense. It's criminal to take somebody's money when it is not yours. So we initiate a process, and most variably, once that process is initiated, it yields a lot of results. So your money, as long as you use Zeepay, because we have full transparency and we have full control of our platform, can easily do a reversal for you within a matter of days. If it is digital, for instance, if it was mobile money, for instance, with that one, we can easily do it within a day for you. You've received your money. If ever you sent money to your brother's wallet and it ended up in some stranger's wallet, immediately let us know. We would immediately hold those funds in those wallets for you and ensure that it is reversed back to the right wallet.
So it means that the earlier the better.
The earlier, the better. But then again, even if you found out much later, like I said before, because we are able to still see the transactions for a long time, you can still come and we'll still see the transaction and we'll come back to you. We'll initiate a process for you because it went through our system and we've seen the transaction. But I need to alert here that yes, if it is on Zeepay, we can and we will. But if you did a transaction on another network and was not Zeepay, then it is not within our control. We can only support and give them some calls here and there. But because it's not within our control, we would not be able to support. We've had instances where clients would call and say we sent money, but we haven't received it. But we check and it turns out, oh, how did you send the money? Oh, okay, I didn't use Zeepay. So at that point, there's little we can do. So Zeepay is your number one after sales support company that as far as remittances or digital transactions are concerned.
Now, this is just a very quick one. What of if I send the money and it gets into somebody's mobile wallet and the person decides just to throw the chip away? Is there any steps to trace the person?
Okay. So now that's a very tough one, Oscar. Yeah, being naughty. So yes, once it is a SIM card, the SIM card has a trail.
Yes.
If you throw your SIM card away, how will you access the money?
Okay, that is one.
Now, assuming you have withdrawn the money and you've thrown the SIM card away, fair enough. The SIM card in Ghana is always pre-registered before being used. You cannot have a SIM card in Ghana without registering or providing KYC details. And indeed, you cannot have a wallet, a mobile money wallet, without providing further KYC details to open that wallet. In fact, you have to present yourself to an agent, give them your ID card, show them your picture, fill forms before you can be onboarded onto a wallet. So at that point, all your details exist with the customer, with the agent or with the network company or with a mobile money company. So at that point, you are not, that's why I said digital transactions, they are not faceless. At that point, you are traceable wherever you are. Wherever you are, as long as your name is there, your address is there, your workplace is there, because you take details about the customer. So at that point, unless the company does not want to pursue, believe you me, it is doable, and we at Zeepay, we will do it for you.
Now, just briefly on this one, you just launched your Zeepay mobile money USSD code. And I think that is separate from Remittance. But there is a way it merges, isn't it?
It does.
Yes. So tell me about how you are merging Remittance with your Zeepay mobile money USSD code, and also how the launch is going at the moment.
Okay. Oscar, for a long time, we've been familiar with mobile money wallets in Ghana. All the telcos in Ghana, most of them at least, have their own mobile money wallets, right? That their customers can access or can create. Now, Zeepay has also been issued with a mobile wallet. But before I go there, what we have been doing all along has been to terminate onto or to push transactions or to pay transactions, remittance transactions for that matter, onto mobile wallets. I mentioned a few rails. I mentioned bank accounts. I mentioned mobile wallets, and I mentioned Quarshie tokens, and I even mentioned Visa cards. These are all rails that hold money. Like I said, anything that can hold money, Zeepay is able to transfer onto that. So directly connected to it is the fact that if we have our own mobile money wallet, then we can lend the support, to the industry, the mobile money industry. And indeed, we decided to do this because mobile money is growing in Ghana, but when we send remittances, the direct support, we did not necessarily have it. And so we needed to find a way to have that support for our customers. We didn't want the customers frustrated every time they wanted to receive their monies. So that is the linkage. The moment you are able to do a remittance and we're able to pay it into a controlled environment that we have full visibility and full control over. The last question you asked, which is if you send money and it goes into your own wallet, at that point, Zeepay has full control over the wallet.
Yes.
We own the wallet. We created the wallet for you, so we can quickly transfer or reverse the funds for you. It makes more sense and it's more expedient rather than sending the money to another wallet and there will be all kinds of problems and issues. You understand? So, in as much as we want to increase distribution, yes, by all means, if you have your MTN mobile money wallet or you have your Airtel Cash or Vodafone Cash, continue to use it. We're not saying don't, but what we are saying is if you ever needed to send money to Ghana and you decided to use Zeepay, believe you me, the experience will be exceptional because it will come with a full-blown support for you. We understand you on the remittance side. We understand you because we dealt with you on the remittance side. We've served you over the years on the remittance side. And so we will understand you even better on the mobile money side because we know exactly the kind of service that you need. We know exactly the kind of products that you even need, for instance.
I think it makes sense, isn't it? That if I'm sending money from abroad and I have to take it to another wallet before I can redeem my money, but now the same company has got the same product, which is going to make it more easier if there is a problem for them to solve it instantly. Why don't I go for them?
Yeah. And I want to add one more thing before I forget. I wanted to say also that Zeepay, because we have a good and a better understanding of the remittance customer and by extension, even the beneficiary in Ghana, because of what we've done over the years, and not just in Ghana, but in all the countries that we've been terminating into, we understand the behaviors and we understand the use of these funds, the use case that's associated with these funds. And so even our mobile money wallet is a solutions-driven wallet versus, a use case wallet. So what it means is that we have come up also with solutions for mobile money users. Solutions such as microinsurance, solutions such as airtime purchases, because people would receive the funds and they need to buy airtime. Solutions such as bill pay. So people are able to now do bill payments on one platform. So the moment you receive the money and you need to pay school fees, right there and then, at a push of a button, you pay the school fees, it's gone. Right there and then, if you have a bill to pay, a hospital bill to pay, a medical bill to pay, you push a button and it's gone. That right there and then, you need to call the person who sent you the money to say thank you and to let them understand what you've done with the money. You just purchase your airtime from a click of a button there, and then immediately you can talk to them. If for any reason you have family or children in another country internationally, and you need to speak to them and they'll complain, as children like to play tricks, I don't have money to buy airtime. You can, from a click of a button, purchase airtime for them. So there's so many things that you can do with the mobile wallet, and that is what Zeepay brings onto the market.
Wow. This is quite interesting. And one thing that you said that really that I find is very interesting and a bit funny is that you don't need to go and take the money from the bank and you'll be tempted to even misuse it. No, this one is on your phone. Let's pay the bill.
Yes. Yes.
You don't have
Yes, and the interesting thing is once that is done, you can now pull a report like a receipt and send it to your sender and say, this is the utilization so far. I paid the hospital bills, I paid the school fees, I've done A, B, C, D. There you go. This is the trace of the money you sent to me, the usage. So it's a one, like I said, it's a one-stop shop. It's like a supermarket. You go in there and everything is there at your disposal. You can do so many things in just one place, and you haven't moved an inch. You haven't inconvenienced yourself. You haven't gone anywhere. You just sat down and you've done your transaction, you can move on with business as usual, as if nothing ever happened.
Wow, I think I'm more interested in them pulling the receipt to the sender. I think the senders will be more interested in this part of the whole conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, definitely. If I was a sender, I would be interested. I would want to know because the stories abound. There are too many
I
stories
know.
these days.
Wow. Now, what do you think the future holds for Zeepay Remittance and now Zeepay mobile money?
I think the future would be, like I said before, we're gradually becoming a financial supermarket, a financial marketplace. I can't continue to stress that enough. We're going beyond the borders of Ghana. We've already been beyond the borders of Ghana, but we're growing even beyond the borders of Africa. Very soon, I believe strongly that Zeepay will become that one company that everybody is connected to, that solves all your digital financial problems. Solutions will abound, technology would be diverse and will be increased and improved. Yeah, and so for me, I think Zeepay, we're almost there, but look out for us.
Wow, we are almost there, but look at I believe you are there already. It just you are there already. You are just being modest because for you to be giving license to operate with all these giants, I believe that you are there. You are doing something right. That is
Yes.
why you have been given such an opportunity to rub shoulders with those people. And I believe the best is yet to come. Now,
Thank you.
yes, time is already spent when the conversation is very good. Time is well spent. So let me give in some shout out to some of our sponsors. All our TV programs are powered by Train to Inspire Consultancy, your business training and consultancy firm for your business startup, business development, and helping you to strategically position yourself in the marketplace. P&Q Personnel, your number one agency for hiring healthcare assistants and nurses based in the UK. ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. Zeepay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. They recently launched their Zeepay mobile money USSD code, and that is *270#. They call it Freedom. That is, they want you to register to be part of the freedom they are bringing into the Ghanaian market. Just take advantage because they are bringing a huge difference to the market. Be part of this freedom fraternity of Zeepay. Then also Kudu business support for all your web graphic design, app development, and for your social media management. If you want to really contact any of these businesses that sponsors our program, their telephone numbers are scrolling on the screen. Also, if you want to advertise on this show, if you cannot go to main media to advertise, come to us and we have got a very good affordable prices and packages for you. And also, as a business training and consulting firm, we are going to partner with you as a small business and help you to grow, all at an affordable price. Don't miss this opportunity. Don't wait till it takes you ages to grow before you advertise your company. Come to us and we are going to help you to build. Now, Dede, what are you going to tell anybody that is watching you now? What is Zeepay briefly all about, and what do I want a point of action that you want people to take now?
Well, to put it very simple, Zeepay is all about bringing freedom to the customer, freedom to even the company, the remittance company, the B2B, freedom to operate, freedom to send money, freedom to transact. Gone are the days where you have to get up and go to a bank and do your bank transactions. Get on to Zeepay Mobile Money because it's the newest, freshest, most exciting product you can find on the market. Forget about all the others. Zeepay is the newest thing you can get onto. It's exciting. You have value for your money. It's one thing that will blow your mind away. And if you want to have that experience, that freedom experience, please dial now *270# if you're in Ghana. Dial now *270# and experience the freedom.
So they can do that at the comfort of their home on their mobile phones, right?
Yes. Just dial that and onboard yourself. You just need your ID card and you onboard yourself. Any form of identification. Just register yourself on the mobile money wallet, and pronto, you're a mobile money customer, subscriber, and you can begin to laugh because you can do so many things. And once you've registered, you don't even have to get up and go to. I feel like I'm promoting laziness. I feel like I'm promoting couch potatoes, because you don't have to get up and go anywhere anymore.
Yeah.
Just sit in the comfort of your home. Just get onto the website, and with your Visa card, you can top up your wallet. Can you imagine how exciting is that?
Yes, exactly.
Do that and be free for once.
Do that and be free. And one of the things I like about this whole process is that you don't need to go and queue. You don't need to go and take go to an office where they will tell you, you need this, you need that. This, you just do it at the comfort of your office, your home, self-on board. Just look at the prompt and it is going to take through the process with your ID, and you have got a Zeepay wallet.
Wonderful, yes.
And I think Zeepay is really trending, especially on Twitter. It's amazing, like how people are getting the buzz. And I was like, it looks like, why are people so fascinated? Who is getting them excited? And I think you guys are doing something extraordinary to go.
Thank you, Oscar. Thank you for your support.
Yes, keep going and keep bringing a difference.
We will.
And, it's been wonderful having Dede Quarshie, aka Afripa Equia, on our STEPOUT SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and also people that are doing exceptionally well in companies to come and talk about their products and services. And I think it's been wonderful having her talking about Remittance, that is disrupting the African market and the global market with Remittance. And we also touched on their Zeepay mobile money that was launched recently. And it's been wonderful having her. She is the Chief Commercial Officer of Zeepay. Once again, thank you very much, Dede, for your time.
You're welcome, Oscar, and thank you for having me. Thank you.
And for all those that spend your time to watch us, please share this to your WhatsApp groups, share it on social media platforms, and also let everybody know that Zeepay is now in business in terms of mobile money, and spread the news. That's all you can do to support this platform. And I also want to tell you that Saturday we are not coming live because I've been instructed by my missus that it's a birthday and I cannot come live. So we'll be coming your way next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I've got a young man from Sierra Leone who is going to talk about his business journey. I've told you that STEPOUT Youth Impact Zone is about interviewing young people in diaspora and from Africa between the ages of 12 to 30 years that are trying to tell their stories in their own ways. We are saying enough of people telling our stories on our behalf. Now we are giving the young people of Africa and diaspora the voice for them to share their own story. Don't miss it, because that young man has got a powerful story to share.
Wow.
They see you and go and have fun. I'm told you guys are going out Zeepay, and I really miss Pot Belly. I can't wait for them to open the borders for me to come back and just have a bite of Pot Belly.
Good.
All right. So have a wonderful night and stay blessed.
Same to you, and thank you. God bless you too.
All right then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think. Believe, yes, I believe. You say, I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2i TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2i TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2i TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.